All right, what's up, guys? Here in South Pasadena. Just gonna do a last-minute walkthrough of my show that I did as a visiting artist for the polytechnic school in South Pasadena. So we come up to the gallery space. So this is the Boswell Visual Arts Gallery. So to the left, this is one of the gallery spaces. And you'll notice here, sorry, don't mind all this photography equipment Antosh is documenting. We have this headset here, which has the audio tour, so that's available. If you were here, you could have listened to it. And it essentially gives a walkthrough of the show. And so over to the right, we have this diptych. This is Julia Child cookbook diptych. It's on linen. Mastering the Art of French Cooking by Julia Child. I'm not gonna pronounce that. And these are mounted on plywood. You can see the thin profile, and it's to mimic the physical cover of the cookbook, which is kind of in conversation with this New Yorker, which is another cover painting mounted on plywood, linen. You recognize the date is February 28th. That was the day of the opening. If we loop back around here, we have this light switch painting. It's a light switch painting. It's not a painting of a light switch, but rather a light switch painting. This looks 3D. And then we have a series of small still lifes. All recognizable objects. This is a used pencil, a die, a magic 8-ball, and a burnt out match. Those are all pretty self-explanatory. And if we come here, this painting I've been working on for 5 years. This is kind of a repainting of Mark Rothko from 1939 called Untitled Portrait. And if you notice, the figure is kind of the only thing that remained faithful. Everything else has been altered. This piano, reflective lacquer finish. It says Das Klavier, which is the piano in German. You notice that he's leaning on the keys there, so that kind of gives you this sound. This kind of a momentary recording of a sound of mashing keys that just fades away. If we walk back over to the other gallery space, so this room these are kind of like my paintings, and then this room is like the art history room, designated. So we have this triptych here, the Skinny Rothko triptych. These are the poly murals. These are essentially the Harvard murals that have been squished. And then they're in conversation with this famous painting. Probably one of the most famous paintings. It's somewhat faithful. You can see in this beautiful gilded golden gilded frame. There's obviously a recreation of a Van Gogh. I tried to recreate these as faithfully as possible, what you would have seen in their original state. Late 50s, or maybe this, I'll have to check together. It is, you use alizarin, which, if you notice, the figure is kind of the only thing that remained faithful. Everything else has been altered. This piano, reflective lacquer finish. There's obviously a recreation of a Van Gogh. I tried to recreate these as faithfully as possible, what you would have seen in their original state. Later 50s, or maybe this, I'll have to check together. It is, has a terrible light fastness. The red pigment fades quite dramatically over time. So the state of this painting right now is there's no more red. It's essentially a blue-gray. However, they've come up with a way to restore it by projecting a projection map image with that has been color corrected. So I think they do that for about half an hour a day or something at Harvard. You can go view it, and it'll look somewhat original. However, this is the real thing. Same with this Van Gogh. The original state of the state of the painting now, these iris flowers are blue, but originally they were more of a violet. But the red pigment has since faded, so I've tried to recreate that as if it were 87 or so. And you were with him in France in his studio. It's great. It's probably one of the best paintings I ever did. And that's it. Ciao. Ciao for now.